Good morning, everyone. Welcome to episode 6 of Testing Community Tunes. We have 3 cars today. You'll see them scrolling across the top. We have a Mercedes 300 SL, a Corvette C1, and a Kia Cee'd. So the first one, this one is done by Goonies for Life 013. And he wanted to run it on Road America East, which is a speed track. Now I did take this for a little run yesterday. I wasn't able to stream yesterday. I didn't have 3 tunes. I really didn't feel like doing it for just a couple. I don't remember what I got. I think I got like a 108.1. We'll set that. And on this track, obviously this is what's up, Goonies? Just joined the stream. This track is a straight speed track. That being said, looking at what you have here, Goonies, this car is vastly underpowered for this track. You're going to need almost 1,000 horsepower on this track in order to really get it up there and do well. With that being said, this car handled very, very well as I was running it, and I believe you could run something like this on like Road America, or not Road America, Road Atlanta, probably Sebring, maybe a couple of the longer, anything with a decent sized straight, like a Top Gear or something. But for this track, you're going to need a lot more horsepower. But just my initial driving of yesterday, I think it drove pretty well. The car feels really good. So we'll let the tires get warmed up. You see there, even though the tires all warmed up, it's pretty much hammering the throttle coming out of that corner. Not getting any tire spin, which is good. Alright, tires will heat up, see if we can get a decent lap. It all comes down to how well you can take the couple turns you have to navigate on this track. I think Goonies said he had put it on number 4 or something. I think he ran a 109 something, so we'll see where we end up here. You got us barely though. 108.2. Mess that one up. This track is all about how quickly you can get back on the throttle. You know, so really braking points are really amplified on this track. That was also right. Just went a little wider here. I could have run this already a little bit lap. I like to hit the decent time. Yeah, Goonies, but I mean, this car feels great. Like I said, I would run it on some other tracks, man. It's not going to have the power to compete on this track at a higher level, but I see no reason why this car couldn't run well on just normal track. You know, and obviously I'm running no traction. I've yet to hear a tire squeal, which is awesome. So I think you built something, you know, for a speed track like this that is actually going to be awesome on just your regular circuits. Let's try to run one more here to get a decent lap. Although 108.2 is not awful, but I can run a couple of tenths quicker than that. I did yesterday anyway. Use all the track on these turns. And that's on any track. You're going in with your braking points and your rumble strips. The rumble strips are there, that's what they're there for. You should be pushing out towards those rumble strips. Do one more for you, Goonie, just because I keep messing up this first turn. But this car is well done, man. You got another car that I really like here on our episode. You guys are doing awesome. I can't hit the damn turn like I did yesterday. I was getting some good times. Well, 182 is an awful time, but I snuck it just inside the top 200. And again, you're talking about something with 500 horsepower on this track, so that's pretty darn good, especially on a lobby, because good thing with this car in a lobby is it has the handling to navigate these turns, whereas some of the cars you'll run into, most of the time people are going to run a Le Mans tune on this track. Meaning it's all engine, no handling, no tires. So something like this that can run consistent laps, you're going to do very well. No bonus points. No bonus points, man. Did not flip. Alright. Let's see. But Goonies, man, that's awesome. I don't know how many tunes you've done or what you have out there, buddy, but that's I like that tune right there. I think that's well done. That is well done. Alright. ERS Johnson, he has a C1. Poor Johnson, man, he's tried like 3 times to get me to run a damn car, and I haven't been able to do it. I don't know why my MoveUp chat's not working. Hold on one second. Try to get my chat on. screen 1, my gameplay on screen 2, then I have the stream up on screen 3, and yeah, it's screens everywhere. Been training where else? Had to run a Le Mans tune to break the yeah, that's it. That's what most people are going to run here is the Le Mans tune. So, like I said, man, I would run that. Like I guarantee. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. I do feel like I'm talking to myself. I guarantee that car will do awesome on like Road Atlanta or something like that, Goonies. I would go run it on that track and see what you can do. Because that's, I mean, like I said, there's no tire squeal or anything there. I love that thing. I think you guys are like showing off, like closet tuners who've been tuning for years, and everybody's turning in awesome tunes. That's your first and only tune. Wow, good job, dude. Absolutely. Alright, Johnson didn't say where to run this thing. Has decent handling. Let's go on the we'll go on this one. See if he's run it anywhere. I think he's been running it a lot of different places. It's not on that one. I don't know how much speed it has. It definitely wouldn't have the speed of Charlie. We'll try that. That's a 138, and he said it's by no means a leaderboard car, which is great. I've raced with Johnson, and he races with myself and Clay and all those guys. So, yeah, most of his cars are going to be done for lobbies, which is awesome. And keep in mind, guys, when people talk about like leaderboard cars, and you know, people, yeah, and I've found a couple here and there, but you know, you don't take cars and like, oh, okay, I'm gonna put this on the leaderboard. You make cars more for your lobbies and stuff like that, and they end up being leaderboard cars. It's pretty difficult to actually go out and search them out in the beginning. So yeah, he does a good job with the muscle cars. I don't know if he uses traction or not. Just all my braking points. Car turns in awesome, which is always good. And I love this car. This is a fun little car. I have one in B class that I run on short tracks that Clay and LA did. This is a little floaty, Johnson, which could be your your spring settings. And I know a lot of it's probably just getting it, be able to get that nice turn in with it, which it does awesome. But see, like it's just a little floaty. Not bad though. I don't think it affects it in a negative way. I think that's more my preference, my driving preference. You would hit that corner a little better there. I like that corner very good. Probably got plenty of speed for A-class lobbies, man. Tire spin, I like it. I think I might be able to stay in third there. I'll try that next time. I'm just worried about it bogging down, but I'll try it on the next lap. Very cool. Better on that one. Still not great, it was better. Idea what I want to do there. I think I can definitely stand third and just keep it in third until that corner. We'll go around that corner in third as well. I was trying that shift beforehand just to see how much it would bog down. It bogs down a little too much for that. A little understeer on that part. That's usually a difficult part of the track for cars anyway. They're a little bit higher class. Be pretty aggressive with it though. I really like. I mean, it really doesn't have tire spin at all. You know, you just be somewhat gentle on your throttle control. We got to run out of that corner on that one. Hopefully, get this one good. almost feel it really, it wants to bog down there. I think second would be better, but then you have to shift so much quicker. Throws it off a little bit, which is more of a gearing thing. But I believe this is a street training maybe. And like I said, this isn't a track specific car, I don't believe. It's just something he runs in lobbies. And I guarantee you this thing would just absolutely demolish lobbies on a certain track. Handles the strips well, the rumble strips. I mean, you see how aggressive I'm being on these turns. That corner right there is just tough for it, I think, because of the gearing. Third wants to bog you down, second's not enough. And for those of you that run traction, you could probably just do whatever you want in this thing, just hit it. There we go. I think maybe stay in fourth, then go down to third on that one. You see how well it turns in though on these sharper corners. Just the off throttle turn in. That's kind of all I'm relying on, is just braking and getting a nice off throttle turn. Alright, last one. I think I got the gears figured out that I want to do. I think that's the right one. Not too bad though. We're at 16.7. There's just a slight bit of understeer in there, Johnson, on the sweepers. More, it seems like apex to exit. And I think I know why you have it that way. Obviously, with that car and running without traction, you know, the back end would kind of want to get away from you. So I don't mind that, and a lot of my cars are like that as well. You know, and obviously you do a lot of muscle cars, so you would certainly fall into the same category where you know, you're trying to eliminate all that rear tire spin. So I think only on certain tracks would you notice it. Um, my biggest concern, and again, it's more of my driving style, but as floaty as it feels to me, it really makes it twitchy. Um, you know, to where the car reacts almost too quickly. So I would look at your spring settings on that. Um, and if they're really high, maybe lower your overall springs. Um, and if they're not really high, then same thing with your roll bars, maybe lower your overall roll bar settings. Um, but again, that could be more of a personal driving preference. So maybe a couple tweaks here and there, but I really wouldn't do a whole lot with that car. I think it drives great. And for an A class muscle car, that thing would really do some damage. So let's see, get our sills up, yeah. New tunes. Took TCS off. Good job, Slow Ride. Yeah, I saw the project car that does. It's going to be November. Yeah, it's a good way of the way. Let's continue there. So that'd be right around 150-ish. And again, you can see most of those laps were me trying to figure out what gears I wanted to be in. So let's go into DLC. Was that a DLC car? I can't remember. If it was like the first pack, man, because I've had that car for a long time. Okay, this one is from Lou3824. C-Class. It does have the Rally engine in it. Now he said he'd run it on Indy. Looks like Swerve ran it to 16th. We'll chase Swerve around a little bit. See if we can get used to this. I'm kind of interested in this because it is a front wheel drive, but with the 1.6 engine in it, I'm kind of interested in seeing seeing what it feels like as far as, you know, kind of torque steer on this thing. I know Lou is fairly new to Forza. This may even be his first Forza. I know he's kind of been going at it since the beginning. He had sent me a few PMs early on, and I know he's been, you know, kind of running cars a lot and improving his driving time. So I think as that improves, obviously his tuning will improve as well, because then you have a better idea of what you need to change. Yeah, this car does seem to be pretty highly talked about. So I guess we'll start. Tires get heated up. Not too bad on the torque steer. Really, I haven't driven a 1.6 car in C-Class. This is the first one. good so far though. The 1.6 is so overpowering. You literally can put that engine in anything and make it fast enough, and then from there it's just a matter of getting it tuned properly and then figuring out what gears I want to be in. Does feel good though. I don't know if I need to be in third there or not. I probably do. Lost a lot of time there to swerve. The swerve is mainly, I believe, a C-Class racer. I know I see a lot of his times up there. When I had done my Civics a long time ago, he was up there top 20, top 10 at that time on a lot of tracks. So first flying lap's pretty good right there though. What's that going up? See a little bit of that torque steer there. That's nothing. There's really nothing you can do to tune that out, man, with the front wheel drive. So. But so far, Lou, this thing feels great. You see why everybody's kind of raving about it. Looks good. My crappy driving is holding me back right now. It's such an important corner on this track. If you don't hit that corner, you're pretty much toast. Yeah, the one I had done a long time ago for this one was, it doesn't have the 1.6 in it on it. But it still always did really well in the lobbies. Just such a different, C-Class for me is so much different than B-Class. Like it takes me a lot more laps to get get my braking points and everything down, which is just because of how many laps and races I've done in B class. So. I'm missing some shifting points there as well. With this car, you really don't, or with this engine rather, you don't want to miss those shift points. You're kind of screwed. Even there is a late. You really want to be right around 5,500, if not earlier. That's dirty. I knew that was going to be dirty. Almost being fourth there. I don't know if I need to drop down to third. You really want to keep your RPMs. Anything above 4, you know, as you're shifting, if you're downshifting and you're still above 4,000 RPMs, you're fine. You don't need to downshift. It'll feel like it's bogging down, but it won't be. Let me try that on this lap just to see what the difference would be. Keep messing that turn up. We're on a decent pace right here though, so we'll see. Let's try it in fourth and see what happens. You see how much time I lost there, so I think they're definitely dropping down. Lost a ton of time through there. Still be a decent lap though. I'm about 3/10 off where it should be. Swerve, obviously in the same exact car, so. Even there I missed the shift point. A little bit better. Towards the other. Still one section swerves get me on. But I'm running really consistent laps, which is usually the mark of a good tune. You know, if you can, no matter whether you're a good driver or a bad driver, if you can run your laps within a tenth or so of each other, then you know your tune is at least consistent. and your driving is consistent. And that's the biggest thing. You have to be able to, your driving has to be able to be consistent in order to see what your tune is like. Oh, I had it. Messed it up. Really get wide on a turn. I keep messing this turn up. I'd like to take it a little wider. I think Swerve probably takes it a little too wide there, which he would probably tell you as well on that one turn. But again, you know, it's hard to tell how many laps he had run with this car as well. He may have just been trying it out himself. So. Drops down below 4,000 a little bit there. So you could probably get away, like I said, with third, but I'm really kind of in between there. I don't know if I want to go all the way down to third. I think it's more of me as a driver maintaining my speed and not having to brake as hard through that corner. And less to do with the gearing, obviously. But the tune is fantastic, man. Well, that's at least the best we got through that section. That one section just gets me every time, man. I'm ahead of him. Pretty good there. We'll be on 9. Let's do one more. Let's see if we can catch him. One section, I'd have to spend some time on it. I'd probably just go and look at a replay and kind of see where those guys are at gear-wise. Got to be going to third there because he's accelerating so well. That's a shame there. I had a really good lap. We messed it up. I might have to do one more because I just obliterated this lap. It was awful. This car would also do very well in Spa, I believe. Yeah, I think that's how I kind of need to take that. Let's try one more. Really need to get back into the C class. We had a lot of fun in C class. In the beginning of the game, that's where we started, and we tuned up a bunch of cars for that. So. 2:34 up on that lap. Did it again. Hopefully this will be a better lap, at least be a personal best. I don't think I lost that time, but I mean I'm losing half a second right there in those last two corners. Not taking that second to last one back there correctly at all. I still got a better time though. That is not bad at all for 10 laps. But yeah, I can see why everybody's kind of raving about that. That's a great car right there. Let's go back to on today. Yeah, Goonies. We already ran Goonies. Did great. Goonies car is awesome. I think the build for that track is off, but it'll run really good everywhere else. Tear me apart. No, man, that car's good. Mixed two of us. Yeah, B class. It'll be close to 1,000. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be stock tires. Yep, stock tires, stock width, everything. Yeah, your turns. It'll seem like you're creeping around the turns. Um, I'm imagining Fat Burns drove this same car as well, which put it 11th. And like I said, I mean, Swerve's right there is 2/10, but I saw maybe two corners where Swerve probably went a little wider than he wanted to, just trying to get it set up, and that helps eliminate some of the torque steer. But again, he probably only ran a couple laps. This is a C class. Those guys are really quick. But I did put a PV up there 29th with it, which again, I don't run C class, so and I know exactly, I was probably a tenth or so ahead of Swerve going into the next to last corner before the oval part that I kept screwing up. But I could go back, and spend some time on that and get it up there really good as well. So. Man, you guys are lighting it up. That's three more cars um, that are really good. Probably, like I said, Lou's car will do really well in Spa. Um, Probably like a Catalunya or something like that as well. Any of those type of tracks, it'll do well. Silverstone Grand Prix, maybe not. Just because of the front wheel drive, and you get into a lot of those hairpin type turns. That thing's really going to want to push out with that 1.6 engine. That's again nothing to do with the tune. It's just the engine and the drivetrain that he has on that. But Goonies, go try yours on like Road Atlanta. Um, where else would that do good? I would say like Road Atlanta. Um, do, 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 do. Probably the second Long Beach. Maybe even like a Prague Full, something like that. Something that's got some decent straights on there where you can kind of give it some speed because it handles really well. Probably this Yaz, something like that. Um, and Johnson, ERS Johnson, his car, as a lobby car, you can probably run out on every track in the game and do well. Just depending on your throttle control, whether or not you use traction. Obviously, you don't need to use traction with that car. It runs awesome without it. So, any three of those cars, guys, go pick them up. Make sure you leave a like on those tunes. If they have something in the forums, go ahead. I know like Lou has something in there on his, so go ahead and post something in there. Um, and if you guys, if you do post something, just mention that I ran it in here. Those guys can go and check it out on the episode, which I will have up on YouTube later today. But that is it for today, guys. I don't think I have a lot for tomorrow, so I may not have an episode for tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. Um, and then I'll give it a couple of days. If I don't get anything new, I'll go back. I know like Honorably Airborne had posted a couple other ones, and I think PR Kid had put another tune up there for me to try. So like I said, I was trying to give people a chance that hadn't had their cars run yet. But if I don't get anything else in there, I'll go back and rerun another tune for you guys, and we'll put that one on the next episode. So, is any classified the tracks based on complexity? Let me go back. When choosing a car, do you know before the build what tracks we begin on? Yeah, pretty much. Just depends on how you build it. You know, if you're looking at certain tracks, you know you're going to want handling versus speed and so forth. Yeah, Le Mans old at all times. It's going to be stock, damn near everything, and it's just going to be all engine, all engine. So I think that's like tracks based on complexity of speed versus handling. Um, there's something on there, I think, but you really have to look at the car's capabilities as well. You know, you can take a muscle car maybe that only has five or 5.1 handling even. Like I have a Nova in B class that's 5.1 handling, but I can run it on even the technical tracks like Yaz full and do awesome. So it really comes down to the car and what type of horsepower you have and what type of tires you're able to put on it. So I would look at that more than you can't go by the ratings a whole lot. You can get a general idea, but I wouldn't bank everything on your car ratings or your handling ratings. It's more down to what the car feels like on that track. So, but that's it for today, guys. Hopefully, we'll get something else new, and we'll be able to throw something in for tomorrow's episode. Thanks for watching.